Welcome to Precipice, where we learn how to live life at the edge without falling over the cliff. Last time, I gave us an introduction about this channel and what we'll be doing here. And I introduced myself. My name once again, is Adetutu Ijoshe, or you can call me Miss A if you like. That's easier. And I'm a business and wellness coach, advisor, speaker, author, to name a few of the of the many hats that I wear. And I'm going to help us, and together we're going to learn how to live life at the edge, which is what today's world is, without falling over the edge. Let's look at the many ways in which we're at the edge. This video is going to be between 1 to 5 minutes. I said so each video. So it would not, we won't be doing a lot of talking. And as I said, there are many tools, there are many links below for you to learn more. Let's take the first example. Let's just look at climate change. Why do we think we have climate change? Our leaders tell us and people tell us globally all kinds of things. But the real reason why there is climate change is because the environment and the weather and climate here is controlled by the environment in space. Space is the buffer that is kept pristine to ensure that it is okay for us here. Because the air goes up, it's recycled in the pristine environment of space. And so we get it back here, okay. But when we go to pollute space with things that are not supposed to be there, then the balance on the earth cannot be kept. And the beings in the sun, the moon, and the stars also have to tell us we shouldn't come there. The reason why humans have gone into space is in rebellion, really. Because, it's difficult for the human mind to accept that it is a created being. But we are, in fact, human computers, coded beings, coded by our Maker God, who put us here for a purpose. And like any other coded system, everything is cast in stone for it to work properly. So, because we are doing what we are not supposed to be doing, we are getting the repercussion. Because our Maker does, like any other coded system, everything, every decision anybody can make on the earth, from now till eternity, is already coded in the system. And the way the results of every action and what comes as a result of those things that we do is already coded. So we have a choice. We just choose our actions, but we don't have a choice as to the consequences of it. The consequence is immediate. It begins to run. There are some things you can reverse. There's some things you can't. There's some things once you do, you just have to pay the price of until you change. And there are things that, there are certain things that we can control, most things we cannot, to ensure that this system is okay. Because the system of nature is so complex. It's like trillions of computers operating billions of software. The human being alone is several billions. It's billions upon billions upon billions of computers. Each cell is probably running hundreds of millions of software all at the same time. So you see how complex it is. That is why there is a huge redundancy in the system of nature. It's not for us to go into areas where we're not supposed to go into, but because of the complexity. For example, the brain. Many people say, oh, the brain is so, there's a lot of redundancy. There is a lot of redundancy for a reason. That is because of all the complex operations that are going on simultaneously in the whole body. So to ensure that everything goes on smoothly without any hitches, there has to be a lot of redundancy, like in any other computer system. So that is the reason why we have global warming, because of what we have gone to do in outer space and all the satellites that are blocking, that are creating all kinds of strange things there that should not be there. There's actually so much junk. I read the other day that there are about 25,000 satellites, of which only 2,500 are actually working. So that is a lot of garbage there. And the consequence of all those things, we'll feel it here on the earth. The manual that we are given to know how to operate here, which we call the scriptures, actually tells us that the sun, the moon, the sun and the moon, they control the weather. And that's why some people say, oh, they're afraid of the new full moon and all of that. That is because of the effect, the activity of the moon. So when we go there trying to disturb things there, they are more powerful and have more authority on the operations here on the earth than we have. So the best way, if we really want to stop climate change, is to stop all space travel. What we call greenhouse gases and manufacturing, that's only a very tiny percentage. Over 90% of the problem is our invasion of the pristine system of space, which controls the weather here. So if you go and disturb the weather from outer space, of course it's going to be chaotic here. At this point, I will stop for today. To know more about this subject that I'm talking about, there are links below. Click on the links to learn more. Invite all your friends. Let us learn more about the chaotic system that we are in and how to navigate things. We can all be like Noah and navigate into safety. The choice belongs to each and every one of us. So until next time, here is to your success as you navigate through life at the edge. See you next time. Bye for now, my friends.